Now we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, first of all, if we refer to our analysis, what we have been looking for here, we mentioned if we want to look for buy, the best is the price drop, break this low. Okay, because we were thinking we can look for this correction, and this is what we get. Because at that time, you mentioned buying here is not a good idea. Maybe this one can turn to correction for one more drop. This is the reason. Okay, and as we can see, the price drop reverse. Now we want to see how is the what's the next and how we can trade it. As we can see, the price almost near to the stop, which is 556. We want to see whether the price can continue and break the top or not. All depends on what we get here. If there is a continuation, we cannot get a trade. But if we get a big correction here, maybe we can look for another trade setup. Okay. No. First of all, we start with 1 hour chart, daily chart. Okay. Now, based on daily chart, we see this is the correction. And can we expect similar to what we have here? The price drop one more. The next one is the one is going. Okay. But I mean, if we put this one in relative to this, but what I want to say is that the mostly is this. There is an internal correction for one more drop, but this one it didn't give us a second drop because if we move to forward chart, this is what we were looking for. Because when the price was here, we mentioned if this one continue and break the low, at least here can give us better confirmation. But what we see the price reverse. In that case, can we say this is the start of the up move or this is a bigger correction? Okay, even this is a bigger correction, the expectation, the price to break this low is not, I mean, it's very less. Okay, may this one give us one more drop before it move because at that times we will have the different type of the flat. That means at that times we can consider this move is a finish simply because of this what we have here. This one cannot give us a really confirmation whether how we are going to look at the chart. Because if we don't have this, we can look for divergence, but right now we cannot see the divergence. Okay, that's why if we want to buy here or sell, we should know that for sure if there is a sell in terms of the risk and reward with the stop loss above the top, it can give us a really good trade. But we cannot simply just trade it. We need to know how, I mean, we need to look for the trade setup. In this case, first of all, if we look at this, we have internal correction as well. If we put this one in relative to this, based on MACD, we doesn't have anything. I mean, we don't have the divergence, and even based on the another one, we don't have any divergence. That means we cannot look for the reversal. But how we can trade it here? If we put our line above the top, which is 556, almost there. If we want to trade if there is a continuation, the best thing is we wait for the breakout, next correction of leg above the top. Having entry above the top can be option, but it's really risky. If you want to have entry above the top, maybe better we wait for bigger correction, then we put our entry above the stop, whether the above here or above there. I mean, if we get the bigger correction, whether we put our entry here, 547, or above the stop, which is 556. Any of them can happen. But if this one turn to deeper correction, at least similar to what I draw here, that means if the price retests this top, which is 526, then the best, I mean, the best, if you want to trade with entry, is to put our entry here, which is 547. But if the correction is a bit, I mean, we just wait another few hours, the correction is not that big, then we put our line entry above the top, which is here, which is 556. That means if you want to trade with entry, whether we put at the 547 or 556, all depends on what we get here. But by the way, entry, what we want, if above the top, we want the price tag, break and continue. If the tag easily can reverse, that means after, if the price tag in 1 or 2 hours, if it is not moving, we don't stay with the trade. That's why I mentioned the best things, if we wait for the breakout of the top, any correction we look for buy. Okay, and as I say, if we get a down move in terms of the risk and reward, which is the stop loss above the top, can give us better trade setup. That means if we get any short move with the flag, maybe we can look for sell as well. Okay, similar to what we have here. But Right now, we don't have any trade setup. We will have both possibility because as we can see, the price almost near to top, which is 556. Okay. By the way, we just wait and all it depends what we get here. Then from there, we can make a decision. Right now, we cannot jump into the trade. As I explained, in this way, in case we just follow the chart, if I see any update, I will share. Thanks.